These are the Grammys' Big Four categories. There have been more than 200 nominations across these categories since 2018. But mainstream country artists have received only 7 nominations over this period. So why is country music so heavily underrepresented at Grammys? And why will country music continue to fail at the Grammys if things don't change at a structural level? Let's find out. This year's snub for top honors at Grammys is all the more surprising given country music's charge into the mainstream. On Billboard's all-genre charts, the genre had a brilliant run with 4 country songs reigning supreme. Morgan Wallen's Last Night held the fort at number 1 for an impressive 16 weeks, while Bryan and Kacey Musgraves' collaboration, I Remember Everything, Jason Aldean's Try That in a Small Town, and Oliver Anthony's Men North of Richmond all seized the top spot. Luke Combs' rendition of Fast Car by Tracy Chapman parked itself at number 2 for a solid 8 weeks. Rewinding to the inception of the Hot 100 in 1958, the only year to parallel this kind of success was 1975, with 5 country songs hitting the summit. Yet, when it comes to the Grammys' coveted Big Four, country's shout-out is limited to Jelly Roll and the country Americana pair The War and Treaty, a cross-genre vocal duo that received a CMA Award nomination this year. Why then does country music's Grammy presence seem so faint? The answer lies in both numbers and perception. Starting off with perception. This is what Beverly Keel, Middle Tennessee State University Dean of the College of Media and Entertainment and a former MCA Records Nashville executive, has to say on how country music is perceived. I think a lot of Grammy voters may not even listen to country, and I think there is, in many voters' minds, still a stigma about country that it's not as sophisticated, hokey, the music of the conservatives. Stereotypes about country music still exist. Twangy songs about my dog and my mom dying, and it can be perceived by some as not as good or influential as other genres. I don't think many Grammy voters are aware of the popularity and reach of country. The bigger problem lies with the overall voting pool at Grammys, which lacks adequate representation from country music advocates to push the genre into the Big Four. As per a Billboard article from February 2023 of the 12,000 R&B and American Roots. Do note, voters can identify with as many genres as they want, and all voting members can cast ballots for the Big Four. In 2018, the Academy expanded the voting base by inviting more creators from more categories. Sounds like the right thing to do, but there's still one problem. Of the 2,700 invitations extended in 2021, 9% of recipients identified with the country genre, with 13 other genres ranking higher. In comparison, pop stood at 29%, followed by R&B at 23% and jazz at 18%. Even alternative rock and rap outscored country music. In 2022, the Academy welcomed nearly 2,000 new voting members, but the trend remained the same. Quite frankly, this is not a new problem for country music. The 3 mainstream country artists with most Grammy nominations, Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton, and Vince Gill, have only received 4 Big Four nominations between them, while the remaining 152 have come in mostly country genre-specific categories. Do you think that's a fair representation? As per Shelley Marie, the Recording Academy's Country Awards manager, the best chance for country music to feature more in the Big Four list is by increasing its representation in the voting process. Mary Harrington, manager for Dierks Bentley and Ella King, sums it up well. She says, "The country community is truly the best in terms of supporting its artists, celebrating great music, and producing our own network television award shows. Being part of the Grammys is cool and a bucket list dream for a lot of artists, but we have it pretty good in Nashville.